Hey, good evening, Mep here, Mep Investments. Hope you're all doing well. We had a big rally in the market yesterday, and some are saying that the Fed is about to pivot. Interest rates are starting to choke the economy, and some reporter from the Wall Street Journal came out saying that the hikes were going to be lower the next meeting. I don't know exact date of the next meeting. I would assume it's in November. Let me see when's the next FOMC meeting. September? No, we're already in October. So meeting and calendar information. I want to say it's in November. Uh, FOMC meetings. Let's see here. November 2nd and 3rd, and then there's another one in December. So they're saying that the rate hikes are going to slow down to. A lot of people are anticipating 0.75, and this reporter came out saying, and one of the Fed officials came out saying that they were going to jump them only 0.50, and that's what caused the rally in the market. So now the Fed is starting to kind of tone down their hawkish tone, which it's going to be hard for them to get rates in positive territory. And when I talk about positive territory, if inflation is running at 8% and you have interest rates, I think right now they're at 3.25 is the rate. You're negative. Let's say they're 3.5 or 4. Let's say they're 4. They're still negative interest rates of 4%. So it's going to be very, very hard for them to really bring in this inflation. Here's some news. Oh, this is the bot news, the global news here. So I guess they have news here all the time. Thought maybe they would have news here from Friday. So let me see if there's any big news that came out now. I think the girl from the UK gave up the prime minister. UK prime minister resigned. Resigns after failed budget and market turmoil. So she just quit. But there, interest rates have really climbed, and it hit the bottom. The bond market has really climbed. Here is the futures. The 10-year is at 4.22. The dollar is at. Why does it always do this when I look up the dollar here on this app? We'll check out the dollar. Let me see here, Dixie, what the dollar is. Oh, oops. Dollar. So the dollar is at 111. So I had a really bad day and it rolled over. So maybe we're starting to see a rollover in the dollar here. It's possible. 110 seems like the 1 month right here. Seems like 110 will be a key point. We'll see. So dollar's hanging up there, but it's rolling over. Bitcoin is stuck at 19,180. Let's go. That's the futures. They're closed now. They open again tomorrow at 6 p.m. So let's see what they're doing here in the markets. So Bitcoin is at 19. So it's pretty stagnant. Ethereum at 13. The global market cap for cryptocurrencies right now is a little bit shy of a trillion. No, is that a trillion? Yeah, I want to say it's a trillion. Trillion crypto market cap. I want to say it's 1 trillion. 1 trillion. So it's gone down a lot. Really don't have much in the coins. Just a couple of put credit spreads in Beetle, which I had to roll out in time. My position. So yeah, I mean, I haven't even really paid attention to any of this crypto stuff. XRP 46, Cardano 35 cents, Solano $28. Remember that was like over 100. Matic 83, Shiba, who the hell knows how many? Well, it got one zero got shaved, I think. It's nuts, man. I really haven't paid attention to none of this. No interest. Crypto.com, look at that, 10 cents. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, I think we're in an environment that you want to own stuff that you have in your hand that's tangible. You really, real estate, you could touch the concrete wall of your building. But real estate right now is untouchable, in my opinion, especially in my area. There might be some areas that might go down, but, physical gold, silver, even alternative investments, paintings, baseball cards, maybe, whatever you feel comfortable with. You gotta have some stuff on your in your hand instead of this fantasy paper stuff. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. To each his own. I do have a little bit of some put credit spreads here, but my crypto exposure is like next to none. So we did have a big rally on Friday. Oil's holding that 85 a barrel mark. And I think it will go higher because, my last video talked about SPR at 40-year lows. And apparently the administration is digging out of the SPR some more. And some people think it's all midterm election based political reach here to bring down inflation and the price of energy for us here as a country. The S&P was almost up 100 handles. Gold up $25. Feeders are at $1.80. I think that's the highest I've seen them. That's meat prices. Hogs up $2 to 89 cents, which is pretty low. Cattle $1.52. Groceries are very expensive still. Small caps 1750 up 40. The Nasdaq was up almost 300 points to almost 11.4. Dow Jones up 835 to over 31,000. Now the one that I'm pretty shocked in is Nat Gas, and it's been clobbered down to under 5. That's pretty amazing. Palladium and platinum pretty range bound. Copper and industrial metals hanging around 350. Silver under 20, up 71 cents. VIX still holding close to 30. Corn under 14. Wheat 850. No, corn under $7, and soybeans under 14, and wheat 850. And interest rates have been going bonkers. We could take a look here at the bonds here. We go to markets, and then we go to bonds, and you can see that the 2-year is paying 4.48, and the 3 years paying 4.51, higher than the 5-year 7-year, 10-year, and 30-year. So there's some inversion here of the yield curve. Um, Inversion is when the front end of the curve, which are the lower dated treasuries, are paying higher than the back end treasuries. So, and that's typically a recession sign, which we technically are in a recession. We've had two consecutive quarters of negative GDP, and that is classified as a recession. Friday, I have been a little bit more active in the last couple of days. Um, Orders filled. I would have to filled. Let me see. Show columns. Oh no, how do I do this? I forgot. All filled. Google erase, and let's put yesterday's date here. The filter. Custom. And yesterday was the 21st. So, like I had said, I rolled my BIDO out in time, meaning that my trade wasn't working and it was about to expire. My options, I had a put credit spread. And if some of these terminologies you don't understand, just ask me in the comments and I'll be happy to do a video or elaborate on it. But I did a put credit spread in BIDO and I rolled it out because it was going on and it was going against me. So I rolled it out in time, maybe 30 days longer, and collected another credit and lowered my cost basis in the trade. Allstate, I did an iron condor. I did a put credit spread in American Express, Snap, Verizon. I rolled Metaverse, and I did another put credit spread in Snapchat. Now, Snapchat did get destroyed. Um, they were down, I want to say, over 20%. I am a contrarian trader. They were down 28%, 29% to be exact, over 29%. And they've hit a low, even a lower than the COVID low, which I think was 789, from me remembering the chart correctly. And that was my trading yesterday. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The day before, I might have done a couple the day before. I've been trying to get a little bit more engaged. SIGA is one that does monkeypox vaccine. I rolled that out. I rolled another BIDO spread out. Cliff, I think I closed out along with United Steel, Adobe for winners. Next, NEE, which is FPL, which is Nextera Energy. I got put, so this got assigned to me, and I just had to close it out. So I sold my covered long and option together, and that's just selling your covered position. Close Walmart for a profit. What did I do in WTI? Oh, I did sell some options, and so I sold. What strike was this? Did this get filled? So I did sell some options in WTI. We'll take a look at that. I have stock in that, so I sold that. I rolled Google. Uh, Actually exercised. So I had an option in PRPH, and I decided to exercise the option. So I had the right to own PRPH at $6.90, and I exercised it, and I want my stock, and that's what I did with that one. And I also did it with TH. TH, I wanted to exercise the option because TH at 750, so I have the right to own the stock at 750, and the option was the stock is trading at $12. So it's a nice winner. You'll see it. You'll see it in my oops. Let me go back to March. You'll see it in my stock holdings now when I show you. SQM, I rolled for another credit, and VOC, I think I closed out before it expired. So that was Tuesday and Thursday's trading. My portfolio, one account, I just have Quick, which I'm down 1,600 in my one of my IRAs. These other options are very small. I have Ring and a minor, Ring Energy and a minor. And then Quick does semiconductors. I own 1,100 shares at $7.78, and I'm still holding it. I haven't done anything. I'm down some. I'm down 1,600. But I've been hearing good things about them, and they're getting contracts, and they're supposed to be profitable here in the next couple of quarters, and they have good estimates. So I'm gonna stick with them. This is my other retirement account. So I have 300 shares of this one, Admar Shipping Corporation. They do specialty chemicals like diesel, jet fuel, and stuff like that. I own it at $6.67. The stock. I have 300 shares, and it's basically almost a double. No, it says I'm up 75%. I don't know, but I know I'm up 1,500 there. HHS, Harte Hanks. I've been this one's hit up to $17, and I haven't even sold a share. Maybe shame on me. I don't think they have options. They don't have options, and the 52-week is $17, and I didn't sell one share, unfortunately. Well, whatever. Maybe I should have trimmed some. I'm holding 300 shares, but I think they'll have good earnings report, and they have good earnings per share estimates in the future. ECPW is a pawn shop, and nowadays with the economy in recession and things getting tougher, I think things are getting tougher. It's getting harder for me at work. They actually cut our commissions at work, unfortunately. Hopefully they bring them back, but it and the volume is not there, and it seems a little bit slower. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it picks up. We don't want a recession, but you gotta be prepared. So be prepared. Don't be in debt. Try and learn your options because you have more power options since you need less capital. And that's what this channel thrives on and is mainly about. Or have little small stocks aside from your 401k. My 401k is doing very poorly this year, and we'll get into the indexes in a minute here. So I have a put credit. I have numerous put credit spreads in the Dow Jones Industrial Average to go higher. It's up. I have put credit spreads in Cliff, Tesla, Valero, United Steel. ELA does recycling, and they also have coin shops, and they do solar recycling. That's what they're getting into. That's why I like that little company. I think they'll be profitable. They do diamond sales. They do coin sales. Freeport McMoran is a big miner of gold and copper. American Express. I did a put credit spread. I did a Iron Condor on Allstate. I talked about Biddle Roll, Sega. BurgerFi is a leap I have, which isn't doing good. I have Google, the NASDAQ, Alcoa, Starbucks, Amazon as put credit spreads. So is Apple, AMD. U1 is probably one that's done. It's a bad one. Hudson Technologies, I have 500 shares. They do refrigerant and HVAC. They should be pretty good, pretty profitable. Rail, the one I got caught in, I have some calls. And HT2, SPY, I did put credit spreads. I think the market will bounce back up here, especially with the Fed pivot. I think they're going to They're gonna surrender to inflation, like my favorite economist Peter Schiff always states. And we'll read some quotes from Peter Schiff that are pretty eye-opening from his Twitter feed. I like following him. I think he eventually will be right, and I think this country will eventually have a monetary crisis and a dollar crisis because just math is math, and our debt is out of control. I have put credit spread on FedEx, which has been destroyed. PVL is oil and natural gas trust, and it pays a nice dividend. Did I put credit spread in IWM, which is small caps, and Kroger and Chico's? I think Chico's I have a call, and Kroger I did a put credit spread. And that's one retirement account. And then in my regular account, I own a lot of stock. So I own INSW, which is another shipper. Now I have this call, and it's the 22. So I have the right to own the stock at $22.50, and it's out in December. Stock's at 40. So I'm up 1,500 on that call, and that call cost me $3.34. Is what it cost me. I'll probably exercise this option and keep my 22.50 call, which is the price of the stock I own, plus let's say the $3. So I own this stock for 25.50. And if you do the math, 25.50 minus 40 gives you 1,550. That's the profit. You see? So it's pretty right on. So WTI, I had an order, and apparently I did sell the 9 calls. So I sold. So I own 1,000 shares of WTI, which I'm up 1,500. But I sold the 9 calls against my stock for 30 cents. So if WTI doesn't get to 930, basically, I mean, they can assign it in the money if it's at 9, but why would you assign something at 9 when you own it for 930? So they, and I have decay working for me. So that's one thing I have there. NC, I own 50 shares. It's a coal play. I own more stock in ASC, which I have in the other account. This one I own at $5, and it's at almost 12. Now, HNRG, I really like this coal play. They are a coal play, but they're also opening up a utility company in Indiana, and they say if it's more prudent for them to use their own coal, they'll use their own coal to fire that plant. So that's pretty interesting. TH is a hospitality, like a hotel, and kind of like a hospitality place for oil workers. So they're doing well, and I exercised this one at 750, and it's at 12. RCMT, they do professional services, hiring and recruiting and stuff like that in the life and special sciences arena. I have 1,000 shares, and they're very, very, very profitable. I expect good things from them, hopefully, here in the near future. MTR is another natural gas REIT that pays a high dividend. PRPH is a biopharma, like genome company. I think I exercised my call at 690, and the stock is at 1015. TMP is another energy play. Genie Energy is another energy and kind of solar play. And you can see I have a lot of trades on. I'll tell you, ARLP, Scott's Miracle Grow, the Dirt Company, Sonapta, they do food out of Canada. SQM, they do lithium. CVS, the store, like Walmart, not like Walmart, like Walgreens, then Walmart, Spy, Nike, Meta, and now it's a small company that does locks and gas locks. And more put credit spreads, Apple, Amazon, Snap, IWM. So you can see I'm pretty active. My worst positions in here are DSX, which I own 1,000 shares at 546. another shipper. TWI, this is a bad performer for me, but they're very, very profitable, and the company's firing on all cylinders, and it's very cheap. They do giant tires for earth machines. Look them up. This one, Auto Home, I have to make a decision on this one. I thought it would be a good one. I think my average is 38 bucks, yeah, and they're at 28. They're like the car auto trader of China. But, China has so much crap going on, economy and politics. So, Zim, this one not looking good. This stock pays a huge dividend. Shows Zim. Their dividend is crazy, last I remember. 80%. That's what it says, their dividend. That's crazy. I don't know if that's right. What else? Russia ETF that I'm stuck with. It doesn't open. Bor is another driller. I'm down some. Southwest Energy's down some. Hudson Gas is another shipper. Re-Energy. And I have faith in these companies. Companies are profitable. And I know they will come back. And I've been up on them sometimes. And I don't even sell them. I just try and add whenever I have extra cash. And I do my option trades. If you have a 401k, your 401k right now is down year to date. Um, I want to say over 20%. And obviously, those stocks that I have are the stocks that I believe in. And I think they will do well in the future. So, the best future year to date is heating oil at 65%, VIX at 50, orange juice at 41, natural gas at 33, soybean oil 26, oil 20, gasoline 18, the dollar 16, corn 15, WTI 13, rice 12, wheat 10, lean hogs 9, live cattle 9, feeder 6, palladium 5, soybeans 4. So the NASDAQ is down year to date 30. And I want to say most people have big correlation to the NASDAQ because they love these tech companies. So if you have 100 grand, you lost 30 grand. If you have 200 grand in very correlated investments to the NASDAQ, you lost 60 grand. The S&P is down 20 exactly, and all the indexes are in bear market territory as we speak, except the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is down 13%. The S&P 500, which is the broad-based index that everybody gauges and measures themselves against, is down 20%. So if you have 100,000 in your 401k, you're down 20%, you're down 20 grand. If you have 200,000 in your 401k, you're down 20%, you're down 40 grand. So it's very, very, very painful. And almost everything is down year to date. So it's a very, very tough environment to be in. The 30-year bond is down 25%. The 10-year bond is down 15%. Usually how it works is when stocks are down, usually bonds are up. But in this environment, everything's going out down. Even gold is down year to date 9%. Silver's down. What is silver down? 16%. As you can see at the chart here, what is working is energy and a lot of the food plays is what's working. So Peter Schiff, he's very charismatic, and I like following his work. Very controversial guy sometimes, but here are some of the recent tweets. Zero Hedge, he retweeted, container imports to Los Angeles and Long Beach are plummeting. Elon Musk says we are already in a recession that could last to the spring of 2024, and only the strong will survive. This is coming from the world's richest man. Elon Musk makes a lot of good points, but it's much worse than he thinks. In the near term, The only silver lining may be silver, of course, gold too, but not Bitcoin. He's a very big believer in gold and silver. The bond market was in the process of crashing, and just like the Bank of England, the Fed folded with a soft pivot. And this is what I was talking about at the beginning of my video. And this is why the markets reversed course yesterday. The Fed's bluff has been called. Instead of a bond crash, it will be a dollar crash. Of course, when the dollar crashes, the real value of bonds crashes too, and gold will moon. It looks like the US dollar rally's over. We just had another decisive outside reversal week in the US dollar index, where the index traded above the previous week's high, then closed below the previous week's low. So, if so, US inflation is about to get much worse, much painful. He talks here about a letter to the IRS because he had problems with his bank. Did the Fed already blink and secretly pivot to stop the carnage in the bond market? Because interest rates keeps rising, that means bond market is crashing. Okay, guys, so you understand that? Investors seem to think so as they're buying stocks, short-term treasuries, and gold, while selling dollars and 30-year treasuries. If the Fed did pivot, inflation is about to get much higher. And meaning if the Fed pivot that they're going to slow down their interest rate hikes and they're probably going to start quantitative QE, quantitative easing, which they're going to have to because the government, I'll get into it, you'll see here. So at the rate of the national debt and interest rates rising, before the decade ends, interest rate on the national debt will exceed 100% of the federal tax revenue. The entire federal government will then consist of the Treasury Department, which would just collect taxes to pay interest. That's insane. When the national debt hits 35 trillion next year at a 6% interest rate, annual interest payments on the national debt would exceed national defense, welfare, and education spending combined. At 8% interest would exceed Social Security, national defense, and education combined. That's crazy. The 10-year just hit 4.33, its highest since November of '07, when the national debt was under 9 trillion. Today it's over 31 trillion at 4.33. Annual interest on the national debt will exceed 1.35 trillion, more than is spent on national defense and social security. It's pretty bold statements here by Mr. Peter Schiff. So it's tough out there, folks. So stay at it. Subscribe to the channel. Like, share it. I should be doing more videos. I looked at the thing and it said 2 weeks ago I did a video. Sometimes I promise I said I'd do more videos daily, but I'm not going to make any promises. I'm just going to try and be as consistent as I can be. I'm feeling better. I had the Rona. I'm feeling better and getting in a groove again. Thank the Lord. And Peter Schiff is interesting to read his and hear his podcast. I really enjoy him. He's talking about the 10-year yield here again. So higher interest rates will cause us a problem. You know, the 30-year mortgage right now in housing, I was looking at it. It's just insane. Here are the mortgage rates. I was talking to a car buyer, used car. Let me see if I took a picture. Used car, look at this, 10% if you have a 750 or higher. If you're under 750, 11%. So you can imagine how much these used cars are costing. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where we're at. The movers yesterday were Snapchat. Allstate got decimated early in the week American Express got hit pretty hard. Let me see if I was trying to see if I can get you to the options, most actives. I think I'm signed into my account, am I? Yeah. So yeah, Tesla was up. I put Crespers in a lot of these stuff. Let's look at the losers. So Twitter is gonna be bought out by Mr. Musk, and supposedly, and Snapchat got destroyed 29% more or less. Meta got hit pretty hard. Verizon, and I did stuff in all these. Pinterest, I didn't do anything in. Bed Bath and Beyond probably go bankrupt. PayPal is under a lot of turmoil. Upstart, that was like a, God knows how high that stock was, $21. American Express got hit pretty hard, but it bounced back because it was down more than that big time. Southwestern Energy down 5%. I really like that stock. I own a lot of shares in there. I'm going through the red ones, guys. Look at Peloton, $7.40. Another one that possibly go bankrupt. Incredible. Just incredible. Carvana, a $300 stock down to $15. Just insane. Stop the madness. What else? Gotta really. I mean, I'm just focusing on folks on on uh, on stuff that people really absolutely need, and anti-inflation correlated stocks or assets. Um, that's pretty much it. Genrac got destroyed this week. Mongo DB, haven't done much there. Following there, I don't know. I wonder. Let me see. Ultra Purity down 3. All right, enough of that. Let me see if Earning Whisperer. Oh, I spelled it wrong. And this is probably a long video, and I'm glad it's long because I think I Earnings Whisper. Here it is. Because I think I bring a lot of good knowledge and stuff to the table. Okay, so cool. So here we go. This is the earnings chart for next week. So Monday, this guy, I like this guy. He puts nice little things together. Whoever you are, good job, Mr. Earnings Whisper. So Monday we have, I don't see nothing crazy on Monday. Schitzner, I think there's a steel company. Kirby's a shipper. Some banks. Aaron's Rent-A-Car Crane. Aaron's Rent-A-Center. Logitech, I guess, is a pretty good tech one. Range Resources Energy. Then Tuesday, we have UPS, GM, Coca-Cola, Cliffs, Halliburton, GE, Valero. Wow. 3M, JetBlue. So we have some good ones. And after the bell, Microsoft, Alphabet, Enphase, Visa, Chipotle, Spotify. Wow. Texas Instruments, Skechers, Checkers. So we have a busy week. Really, really busy week. I'll touch base. I'll do a quick video. Um, let's see what's after the close Monday. Logitech, Discover, interesting. Maybe we could do some little uh, test trades or stuff like that. Well, anyways, like the channel, subscribe, have a good night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.